James. We caught you doing the emotional farewell there.
Yes, sir. I was. He caught me saying goodbye to my wife, the missus.
Make sure you bring it back.
Of course. How are you guys doing? Oh, I see my boy D.
I'm all good. You can hear us good, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I can hear you.
Hey man, we're on the move. We're on the move. Where are you? Seattle, Tacoma.
Seattle, Tacoma Airport right now, ready to fly out.
Oh man, that place is like hell on earth. I had about 11 hours stuck there, and hey, if you like coffee, you're all right in Seattle. But unfortunately, there was no Tully's coffee, which is my coffee.
Hey.
DJ, how's it going, man? It's good to see you. Hey, DJ's wearing the mask. He's looking good. So I'm guessing this is going to be a quick one for you. You guys are getting on the plane on your way to fight Roel Rosario. How you feeling?
Okay. Sorry, can you do it one more time, please?
I said you're on your way to the airport flying out to Singapore. You've got DJ with you. It must be like passenger 57 there. That's better than Wesley Snipes, that guy with you on the plane.
That's right?
That's the safest flight ever. Right. That's the safest flight ever. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great. Ready to go get on this plane, 18 hours, and get to work, you know?
Yeah, man. Enjoy the in-flight movie, man. Watch the Harry Potter sequence all the way through. You'll be good, man. You'll be a wizard on the way out.
Appreciate that.
And Seattle's finest export since the Frappuccino. And we've already said that you're on your way. So tell us, man, how'd you get into martial arts?
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I had a lot of influence probably from my family. My father did self-defense, and yeah, I don't know, man. I just always loved martial arts. It's always something that pulled me. I had a pull towards it since a child. And there was a time that maybe my grandma, we were walking around our house and we got attacked by these two guys, just random guys. It's crazy. Like, who attacks an old lady and little kids, you know? But they were doing it and they're throwing stuff at us and cussing at us. My grandma like fought them off with her slippers. And the whole time I was as a kid, I was thinking, man, I wish I was just bigger to protect them, you know, and keep them safe. But so a bunch of instances like that, you know, I just kind of learned how to protect myself. And the first time I actually got into martial arts thing, my mom went on a limb and asked a family friend of ours who was part of a traditional lion dance team in town. And I was the only kid there. And yeah, man, that's how I got my start right there.
Yeah, but like the start does sound like it literally is like a movie plot that you're the only kid in this dingy garage with a bunch of bouncers and ex-military guys, and it just sounded great. How long were you training there before you literally did become like a movie star? Because you went to the Shaolin Temple.
I don't know. There were OGs of the Vietnamese Chinese community, and they all did lion dance, and we all performed together, and they kind of groomed me through that time until I was about 17 years old. And I left my home and went to China for 4 years. And 3 of those years, I was at a Shaolin Martial Art Academy where I stayed up in Northeast China, isolated away from civilization. But the closest city was about an hour away. And yeah, man, I was up there living and training and in rural conditions, tough 5 a.m., training until 7, 8 p.m. at night, 2 hours of hot water, electricity cut off at 10. It's just all these things, but it all made me who I am today. And then my 4th year, I went to a Beijing Sports Academy, sports school that Jet Li actually graduated from. And I trained with professional athletes there. And yeah, man, that was my whole time in China. So.
But I tell you what, as an Irish guy and a 52-year-old Irish guy, you're not selling me on this holiday for 4 years. Sounds like it's something out of a Kill Bill movie. Was it that rough? Yeah?
I mean, it was a beautiful experience, man. I met people from all around the world that fostered relationships, friendships that last forever, you know. And yeah, man, it was like a brotherhood out there because we all had to live together and grind each other and there's filth and grime. And when we use the bathroom, it's like you look right at the guy, you know, like literally exposed right in front of everybody. And, you know, 2 hours of hot water showers at night. And we all cram into this moldy shower. And yeah, man, it was the love of martial arts. So for me, it was well worth it. And you know, if you were broke any rules at that academy, you get beat down by a stick in front of the whole academy. Like the whole school gets
No
lined
way.
up in the morning, put you in a push-up plank, and then your teacher has to break the stick over your backside as punishment. If you break the curfew or you bring alcohol or you do like, so you go to the city and get like a prostitute or something, where some guys did stuff like that. And yeah, man, it was a wild time. You know, you go into the city on the weekends just so you can get internet access and talk to the outside world and see what's going on, you know?
I'll tell you what, they would have broken a few sticks on my back, I think, if I had been there. You would have ran out of trees. But
yeah,
you also made the demo team, which I believe was a big honor for
that was
an outsider.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge reason why I stayed there. You know, originally I planned to go for 6 months, you know, come back, go to school, live that typical life. But I figured I could do my education over there because I ended up getting an opportunity to perform with the performance team. And I got a tremendous opportunity. As a foreigner, you don't really get that opportunity. It's very rare to get that opportunity. So I took it and I ran with it, and I ended up staying there for quite a long time. And I loved every second of it, man.
James, did you? I have to ask you, as part of the demo team with the Shaolin Temple, did you have to rock the Mick Tully haircut? Did you have to get the clothes?
Shave me bald. Yeah, cold bald.
The ladies love it. The ladies
I love it.
that.
Hey, the ladies do love it for sure.
Before we talk about your upcoming fight, how did you get into how did you meet with Matt Hume? I interviewed DJ, by the way. The guy's a class act and he's cool. And as I said to him, Matt beat my good friend Eric Paulson in OG. Yeah. And so how did you meet Matt Hume and get into AMC Pancration?
Yeah, so, you know, when I came back from China and my Asia travels, you know, I started working in aerospace factories and doing UPS package handling and all these things. And I just felt like I was like spending 4 hours just in traffic alone just to get from job to job, you know. And it was just like, man, what am I doing? And I felt like my all that time in Asia and all that experience was being wasted. So I ended up joining a wushu team here in Seattle called Northwest Wushu, and started performing at a US wushu tournament in China. So I got to compete for them, and I was doing that for a little bit. But you know, at the time, I was also getting to a point where I was trying to plateau my skill sets. You know, all I had was like the striking. So I had some takedowns, but I was an incomplete martial artist. You know, I knew weapons and do acrobatics and all these things, but my ground game was lacking, and I was just missing a big vital part of my martial arts training. So I looked around a couple gyms. I couldn't really afford it at the time, so I had to save some money. And once I did, though, I was able to go to AMC Kickboxing Pancration. My brother's Carol Fodor, he comes in and he's like, at the time he was fighting for, I think he's fighting for one championship. He's fought for UFC. He's fought for a couple other organizations. But yeah, he's like, hey, you want to grapple with me? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll grapple with you. And he just starts throwing me up in triangles and arm bars and stuff. And I was just kind of like tough it out and all that. But I loved it instantly. I was like, that's exactly what I wanted to do. You know, that's what I wanted to learn. And so instantly it just clicked. Our chemistry clicked. I met Matt there, and then his philosophy of martial arts resonates with me out. And over the years, we just fostered a really close relationship, like a brotherhood with all the teammates there at AMC Kickboxing Pancration, and even the guys at Charlie's Combat Club. They helped us as well. So it's been a beautiful thing. He's always been in my corner, and yeah, we've been doing good.
But yeah, everyone speaks so highly of Matt, and like I know that he's connected now with one. He's got a really high position now with one championship. So obviously with your connections with like being DJ's training partner, and then obviously with Bibiano as well, was Matt instrumental in getting you into the one championship? Did he get you this fight?
Yeah, well, you know, the original plan was that, you know, I was building all this momentum up a few years back, and I was going to go into One Warrior Series and get my fights through there. And earn my keep in the one, so as you could say. But then the pandemic happened and everything popped off, and then I got locked up for a couple years. So just because of the events of everything that happened, I was able to get to earn my keep. That's what I got to do. I just feel what it is I'm a bounty hunter, and this guy's a bounty on this guy, and I got to go collect it.
Yeah, but I was doing some research on you today, and the bounty hunter thing came up. And I was immediately thinking, because I would never say this to his face, but, you know, DJ is a bit of a geek, right? You know, he's a gamer, he's into sci-fi and stuff like this. And as soon as you said that you're a bounty hunter, I immediately thought of this guy from the Northwest dressed like Django Fett, and just going, yeah, I'll take anyone. So that's a good link into your upcoming fight now. So as you're getting ready for your fight now against Roel, you know, he's a game Filipino guy. You know, there's no easy fights in pro MMA. So yeah, so game plan, or what are you thinking? How do you think this is going to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an exciting fight. That's all I'm going to say. You know, I just look forward to going forward out there and look for the finish. That's what I'm doing every time. So titles in the Philippines, and he's a southpaw with a big left kick. But I can't give away too much of my game plan. But yeah, it's going to be a good fight. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. I noticed as well that you said that you were very insightful in, you know, that to sell yourself in this sport is to become a fan favorite and to do you know, like highlight reel level stuff. You know, everyone knows that jumping armbar from DJ. Everyone knows the Pettis Showtime kick. You know, so you're looking for a finish all the time, and this is going to lead me into something now. And it's quite a ham-fisted link, but I've got to do it anyway. Talking about exciting fights, right? If you're going to come back from like a contentious loss, and you are, in my opinion, the greatest of all time, and you're going to go into a fight and it's going to be a 4-rounder, first round's Muay Thai, the second round's MMA, the next round, if it goes there, is Muay Thai, and then it's MMA again. Like, this is like, I feel like we've got, you know, like, you know, when you go on gate, you know, when you go Call of Duty and you're just respawning all the time. Like, this is just like, Chatri Sidyotong is either a genius, an evil genius, or a visionary, because this is going to change everything.
That's right. One championship, once again, is innovating the entire game of MMA. Once again, they're doing it. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's more fights just like
me personally. If I was given the choice in 3 years, or go, right, okay, guess what? MMA, then it's going to be Muay Thai. And like, the thing is as well, this is the crazy one. Rod Tang, that's like Cyan Chai level. You know, like DJ's he hasn't picked anyone easy for this. You know, for this, this is going to be something else. This is fireworks, man. What obviously we both know the prediction, but what do you think? How do you think that fight's going to go?
You know, DJ strikes too, so we're going to have to see how it all plays out. But man, I think it's 3-minute rounds as well, so it's going to be a sprint from start to finish each round. You know, it's not dancing around or anything like this. It's going right for it. So it's going to be fireworks.
Each guy's going to play to their strengths, because again, when I was doing the research, a couple of guys, because there was murmurs on the internet about something coming up, and you were like, I can't say anything, and you know, curveball gets thrown at us, and you're like, what the hell? It's unbelievable. Right, so I've got a couple of questions, and then that's it, right? First of all, you're from Seattle, which is the one-time home of Bruce Lee, and I know it's such a cliche, but how much of an inspiration was that guy on you?
It's huge, man. It's huge. My father was really big on him, and you know, he imparted me a lot of the wisdom and like self-defense strategy, not to look for trouble, but if ever approached you, you're always allowed to protect yourself, you know, with full force. So, I mean, Bruce Lee was a huge inspiration, impact to me as a child growing up as well, just because, you know, as a kid growing up here, there wasn't a lot of people that looked like me doing anything like that. So he was a huge innovation to the world, and he put us out on the map, the Asian guys on the map there for sure. In Hollywood and any innovative martial art. I mean, he's almost like the grandfather of MMA. Before Pankration and MMA came around, like, he was the first that's better than your style. You know, you only learn from me. And he was like, you gotta learn from everybody, learn everything that you can, and combine it all together. And so that was really something that's, you know, needs to be talked about more often.
Well, you hit on something. One of the things while I was doing my research about you was I was saying to Will, who's my producer, when I interviewed DJ, it was so refreshing, because when you meet somebody that you hold in high esteem, and then they work out that they're not a douchebag, and they're really, really cool guys, and they're like true martial artists, it was just so refreshing. And then when I looked at everything about you, it's like, you know, in the MMA world, you're a bit of an anomaly, because you are a true martial artist. Like, the whole the philosophy behind it, the fact that it should enrich every other aspect of your life. Please don't ever do this to me, James, but don't buy a Rolls Royce and a fur coat and then become Seattle's version of Conor McGregor, because you are an anomaly. Do you think that's from your family, or is this from martial arts, or where have you picked this up from?
I think it comes from both my grandmother, my family, my parents, and from martial arts, and all the people that I've come across in my martial arts journey. Of course, my teammates and everyone, my coach, it all makes a big factor. But you show me your best friends, your 5 people you hang out the most, and I'll show you who you are. That's how it is. And so I surround myself with the right people, a close circle, and
that's it. So I've got 2 more questions for you, right? First of all, as a martial artist, who would your dream matchup be against?
Ooh, dream matchup? That's too many, man. That's just too many.
It could be a tag team. This could be a new format. You can pick 5 of them. They come in fresh, like a Shark Tank.
I'd fight The Rock.
Oh, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Yeah, I would.
Who could get? I mean, I'd take Jake Paul out right now in MMA. Right now, I'd smoke him right now. Just gonna be talking all that crap. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I'd go for fight, but yeah.
Yeah, I would go for The Rock when he was Flex Kavanaugh. So he had no skills. He had that awful hair. Jake Paul or Logan Paul any day of the week, just for the payday. Just for payday. And here's the last question.
Just to shut him up too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, this is the thing, man. You give those YouTubers, you give them like 80 million followers, and there's 80 million fools that will listen to them. But there's 80 million that will pay to watch them get beat up as well. So this is the last question, and it's a pretty heavy one. You can ponder on this on your 18-hour flight. What would you like to be remembered for?
As we remember for being someone that inspires people to chase their dreams and go after their passions, and not to give up on themselves, and to express themselves fully. And that's it. That's all I'm trying to do here.
But I tell you what, I'm very mindful of trying to cut it a little bit short, for the simple reason that you're outside of Seattle Tacoma Airport. And I know that you've got to get in there. You've got to hit the duty free. Hey, bro, no way. And the other one as well is, I know you've got to fight DJ for the window seat, right? So this is, nobody ever want to get stuck in the middle, man, because you're there. You got the window seat, the guy in the middle, and then you got the chick with the elbows. That's how it always works for 18 hours. But safe travels. I'll see you on the winning side. And it was an absolute pleasure. And I know I'm very mindful of you getting on the plane. And Homeland Security, man, that guy will give you the frisk, whether you like it or not. And don't smile. That's the one thing, James. When he frisks you, don't smile too much. That's what DJ's wearing the mask, so he's smiling underneath. You know what I mean?
That's right. Thank you so much for having me, man. Appreciate it a lot, Mick. And
take care.
All the best, man. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.